Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Khushi Kishore and today we have a massive book haul. Like, this is the biggest book haul I have done on this channel ever, and I have done a couple. These books have been acquired over the past few months, I think after the last major book haul I did for you guys. We have about 30 books here, so I don't want to take up too much time. I don't want this video to be insanely long, so I'm just gonna start and get going right now. The first category we have, because I've split all of this into categories to help me track them as I hold them for you, is poetry. We have two books here. The first one is The Carrying by Ada Limon. This book was absolutely amazing, and of course it is, because this book has won awards. It's literally called Ada Limon's most powerful collection yet. From National Book Award and National Book Critics Circle Award finalist Ada Limon comes The Carrying, her most powerful collection yet. I'm already looking for her other collections. I know this is what people consider the best, but I still want to read her other work because I really do enjoy her writing. Next, we have A Recipe for Sorcery by Vanessa Kisuo. Let me set the scene for you. I was in a bookstore. I was walking around. I happened upon the poetry section of the bookstore. I was just looking at different things. I already have so many poetry books at home. I don't need to buy anything new. And then all of a sudden, I saw this cover. I absolutely love this cover. I know it's simple, plain, more like minimalist vibes, but the two colors and the white text, it's doing everything for me. I picked it up because of the cover. I opened it to a random page and I read one piece and I'm like, I'm walking out of this store with this book no matter what. And I did. And it's with me now. I'm hoping to pick it up sometime this week. It's not very long, so I'm pretty sure I'll get through it quite fast, and then you guys will be the first to hear about how I liked it. The next category we have is manga. So y'all probably know that I try not to buy a lot of manga because I'm a student and manga collections take up a lot of space and are insanely expensive. Insanely. And I'm a student. I can't do any of that. But these are standalones, sort of, and I was in the mood to read something different from what I was reading, and manga is the best thing to pick up when I'm in a mood like that. So I got myself To Strip the Flesh by Ototoda. The story and art is by Ototoda. It's a collection of 6 short stories, and the main story, which goes up until halfway through the book, I believe, is about Chiaki Ogawa, who has never doubted who he is, although the rest of the world hasn't been as kind. Bound by his mother's dying wish, Chiaki tries to be a good daughter to his ailing father. But when the burden becomes too great, Chiaki sets out to remake himself in his own image and discovers more than just personal freedom in his transition. He finds understanding from the people who matter most. This whole collection was very weird, very strange, gory, sweet, graphic at some points. I really enjoyed it. It was different from any manga I have ever read so far, and it was a really fun experience. There's this one story that till date is like stuck in my head. Wait, let me try and find it for you guys. It's like a 2-page story, yeah. And it's about the owl as a symbol of death, but also hope and good fortune. It was so sick. It was so cool. It's imprinted in my head because of how much I loved it. Then we have There Are Things I Can't Tell You, which is a boys love manga. I read a lot of boys love manga. I watch a lot of boys love anime. This was decent. It's not by far the best boys love story I've consumed, seen or read, but it was not too bad. It's about childhood friends who then become distant for some time because one of them confesses that he likes the other, and the other one has been raised to believe that being gay is bad. So this whole story was about accepting your own feelings, accepting your identity, learning to love each other properly, and just being comfortable in who you are. So yeah, it was a decent read. It happened. Finally, we have 5 centimeters per second by Makoto Shinkai and the art by Yukiko Seiki. It's based on the movie, which I haven't watched because I've been saving myself for the book first. I so badly want to read this. Hannah from A Clockwork Reader has recommended this so much and absolutely loves this. All I really know about this story is that it's about love, and many people seem to love it, and it might break your heart. That's all I know. That's all I need to know. I have it. And I plan to read it very soon. I know for a fact that it's going to be a fun time. Just look at how chunky it is. Oh my god. The next category, I didn't really know what to name it. So I just called it the unusuals because it's unusual for me. These are books or type of books that I don't naturally gravitate towards a lot. We have The Dangers of Smoking in Bed by Mariana Enriquez. It was shortlisted for the 2021 International Booker Prize. I've heard so many amazing things about it. It's a collection of short stories, I believe. Monica from Dog-Eared Musings was talking it up so much. It's one of her favorite books of all time. Ever since that point, I kept encountering so many videos and posts where people are talking about this exact book that I just had to get it. I want to try it. I want to see how I feel about it. Then we have Unwell Women, A Journey Through Medicine and Myth in a Man-Made World by Eleanor Cleghorn. This is a chunky nonfiction. I picked this up because of Ali from Alice in Pages. In one of her vlogs, she was talking about how reading this book was making her feel seen in regards to her chronic condition. And as someone who does have a chronic pain condition herself, I have been meaning to read more books like this. So I hope I get something useful out of it. I hope I enjoy the read. I am nervous, I can't lie. I'm not big on nonfiction, especially when it's this chunky and it's kind of sciencey and medically. But it's been recommended by one of my favorite YouTubers, so I have to try now. We have pictures in here. But guys, I just have to say, regardless of how I feel about this book, I'm not going to regret buying it because just look at that cover. It is gorgeous. It is so beautiful. It makes everything worth it. The next category that we have is possibly my favorite out of all the categories in today's book haul, and it is the retellings and mythology category. So, for those of you who have watched my physical TBR video where I walk you through all the books I own, you've probably seen that I own a gorgeous copy of The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. It's the Waterstones edition, the blue hardback with the silver foiling. Absolutely gorgeous. And look, you know I'm terrified of The Song of Achilles with the way people talk about it and just how much it is loved and the fact that I know it will break my heart. I haven't gone near it. I haven't read it yet. And I have owned it for ages now. It is embarrassing. And in my head, I'm like, maybe one of the reasons, apart from my fear and me just marinating in my procrastination, maybe one of the reasons I'm not picking up the book is because that edition is so gorgeous. Like, I don't want to mark it. I don't want to cry on it. I don't want to throw it around. I don't want to damage it. I want that edition to be in pristine condition. So maybe if I bought a paperback, it will improve my chances of picking up The Song of Achilles faster. So that's what I did. I got myself a paperback version of The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. I honestly really like the paperback version as well. It's very cute. I have heard amazing things about this book, which absolutely terrifies me because I don't want to pick it up when people talk about it so much. But hopefully now that I have, a paperback version that I can damage and cry over and annotate to my heart's content, maybe I'll pick it up sooner. Then we have, all the way from India, Vaishnavi Patel with Kaikeyi, her debut novel. Kaikeyi reimagines the life of the infamous queen from Indian epic Ramayana. I've grown up with these stories, with these epics, with these legends. I am excited and also nervous to read this. I've been waiting for the paperback, and I'm so glad I did, by the way, because she's a floppy queen. And I love that. I love that so much. I did not want the hardcover for this one, so I'm glad I have it in a format I like. I hope I love it as much as the world seems to be loving it. Then we have Electra by Jennifer Saint. Now, the reason I picked this up is because last term in drama school, we were putting up Orestia or Orestia. It was a modern adaptation by Robert Icke. And I was in the bookstore and I saw this, and Electra is a character in Orestia. And I just sort of got it because I thought it would be cool to read it. I didn't read it at the time because I want to give it some time after the project and then pick up this book. I kind of know what happens in the story, but I still want to read it. I think it will be really cool. In the back, it says, "Behind all gods and heroes, there are great women." I agree. Clytemnestra, Cassandra, Electra. I think it mainly focuses on the 3 women, which is also very cool. I'm super excited. The cover is gorgeous. I've heard amazing things about this book as well, so high hopes. Even the back is gorgeous. Just honestly, all these like Greek mythology retelling books, their covers are so stunning. Then we have Medusa by Jessie Burton. I have had this in my cart ever since I found out about its existence. I have always been very intrigued by Medusa as a character in Percy Jackson, and then when I was studying Greek mythology in general for different projects. I've always found her character very interesting, very intriguing, so it's no surprise that I decided to get this book. It also doesn't seem very long, so I'll probably get through this very fast, and you guys will be the first ones to know how I felt about it. Oh, I hope I love it. Then we have the 4th book in the Dark Olympus series by Katie Robert. This one follows Apollo and Cassandra. I have already read it. I gave it 2 stars. My main problem with it is that there were so many questions posed and basically none of them were answered. And just it didn't deliver. Yeah, I had higher expectations. It just didn't deliver. So yes, my top favorites from the series are still Neon Gods and Wicked Beauty. I am looking forward to Crow's Seduction, which I believe comes out next year, and it's about Aphrodite, so hopefully that will be better than Radiant Sin, because Radiant Sin was a bit of a letdown for me. Finally, in this category, we have the book I probably am excited for the most in this whole haul, and it is Furies. Oh my god, just look how gorgeous she is. Just look at that cover. Just, oh my god, it's so beautiful. I literally just got this. Oh my god, is there anything on the nakedness? Okay, there's not much on the naked cover except for like on the spine we have the title and then all the authors, because this is a collection of stories. I found out about this book through an Instagram post, I believe, before it was released and ready to be out in the world, and I've been excited about it ever since, and I finally have it. Oh my god. Okay. In this blazing cauldron of a book, 15 best-selling award-winning writers have taken up their pens and reclaimed these words. Words like dragon, tigress, she-devil, hussy, siren, wench, harridan, muckracker, spitfire, churel, oh that's Hindi, fury, warrior, virago, creating an entertaining and irresistible collection of feminist tales for our time. Oh my god, there's Margaret Atwood! Oh, there's so many cool authors here. Stories of the wicked, wild, and untamed. Yes, please. Yes. A fun and fearless collection of new and original feminist tales from some of the most exciting writers working today in honor of Virago's 50th birthday. Virago, noun. A domineering, violent, or bad-tempered woman. A woman of masculine strength or spirit. I have such high hopes, and I think it's gonna deliver. I know in my heart it's gonna deliver. But yeah, with that, we have completed that category. So now I'm just gonna start pulling out random books and telling you about them and just hauling them as we go. We have Kink, which is another anthology edited by Aro Kwan and Garth Greenwell. Kink is a dynamic anthology of literary fiction that opens an imaginative door into the world of desire. I was bored. I was in the bookstore. I picked this up. I don't know, maybe it will be a chance for me to learn something new, to understand something new. It's just an opportunity for me to learn more, and I think that's very cool. That's what books are about. Then we have Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. Mel from Mel Reads suggested this, talked about it very highly, and then a bunch of other YouTubers did as well. All I really know about it is that we follow the Fae, and it's in a Regency era kind of thing. Literally, that's all I know. It's cozy fantasy vibes. It's very cute, very sweet, I've heard. I don't want to know much more about it. I just want to go in blind and let the book take me where it wants to take me. Half a soul, people. Then we have Gothicana by Runix. The reason I picked this book up is because of Leonie from Books with Leo. I believe that's what her channel is called. I will link it down below. And she made a video on this book and I started watching it, but then I immediately paused the video because I'm like, no, I don't want to hear more spoilers yet, because I need to read that book and experience it for myself. I don't think I'm gonna like it very much, but I hope it's not too bad. I'm just curious, I guess. It's sort of a dark academia or gothic student teacher romance vibe. I don't know. Then we have Our Wives Under the Sea by Julia Armfield. Firstly, can we all applaud me for having the patience to not get this book when it was being sold as a hardback and waiting for the paperback to come out? Because oh my god, I think I have been rewarded very well. Yes, the hardback was cute and all, but this, I kind of love this a lot more. The border is just doing something for me. The reason I picked up this book is because it was on so many people's list last year for one of their favorite books of the year. It triggered my FOMO and here we are. I own a copy now and I plan to read it very soon. Monica from Dog Game Musings again really talked this book up, so I'm looking forward to it. It says, when Leah finally returns after a deep sea mission that ended in catastrophe, her wife Miri knows that something is wrong. Maybe it's like a my wife is back, but it's not really my wife situation. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. I know nothing about the story. I've carefully stayed away from all spoilers for this moment so that I can experience it and love it for myself. Under the Whispering Door by TJ Klune. I have read The House in the Cerulean Sea by him. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun, it was sweet, it was cute. I knew that I was gonna end up picking up this book, but I was waiting for the paperback to come out, so here we are. It's about a man after he dies, but he's sort of in a limbo situation and like learning to live life after death kind of thing. I don't really know much about it. I've heard it's very sweet and it's very fun. I do enjoy TJ Klune's way of writing, so I think that will be nice. I'm not keeping my expectations too high just because I'm nervous, but I still think it should be a fun time. Then we have Anxious People by Frederick Bachman. Is it Bachman or Bachman? I don't know. This is my first Frederick Bachman book. The reason I picked it up is because of Bella from Throne of Pages. She loves Frederick Bachman's work. She loves A Man Called Uva and a couple of other books written by this author. And most recently, she read Anxious People and she was like, found another new favorite. And I was like, okay, you know what? I've never tried his work, but I think it's time. The way she was talking about the book, it sort of really sold me on it. And just the title really called out to me. Anxious People? I'm an anxious girly myself, so yeah. Hi. Then we have Diary of a Void by Emi Yagi. This is translated by David Boyd and Lucy North. I know nothing about this book apart from the fact that it's about a woman who's pretending to be pregnant because of something related to work. That is all I know. I also know that this cover is very cool and I like it very much. So I was doing my research for the Asian Readathon hosted by Cindy every year. It's going to be happening next month. And I was trying to figure out what book I want to read for each prompt. And she has these resources up on Storygraph where people can recommend books for each prompt. And you get so many recommendations that way. It's such a cool place for you to find new books. That's how I found out about Diary of a Void. I'm looking forward to my experience with it. I cannot believe I haven't read this book yet. I know you can yell at me in the comments. I have been wanting to read it for ages. It already has 2 sequels out. It's insane. But I only got the first book. This is Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. It is set in a magical cafe where people can go back into the past. The only thing is they need to come back before the coffee gets cold, I believe. I think it's like short story moments. But yes, I am excited. I've been wanting to read this book for ages and I finally have it. And I just know for a fact that I'm gonna love it. And then I'm gonna end up ordering the next 2 books just like that. Then we have, oh my god, these books are bricks. We have book 2 and book 3 in the War of Lost Hearts series by Carissa Broadbent. I was gifted Daughter of No Woes, which is the first book, a couple of months ago from a friend on YouTube. And there was no turning back from that point. I read it, I loved it. I ordered the next 2 books immediately. I'm nervous because of where the story's at, but I'm so excited. And for all you fantasy readers, you know, like book 2 and 3 is where most of the damage happens. So I'm nervous for my heart, for my soul, my emotions a little bit, but it's gonna be good. I know it. We have book 2, which is Children of Fallen Gods. And then we have book 3, which is Mother of Death and Dawn. The next 2 books I got because of Ali from Alice in Pages again. She absolutely loves these 2 books. One I have heard a lot about, and one I have heard nothing about, like never before. And they are I Who Have Never Known Men by Jacqueline Hartman. This is the one I've never heard about before her. And the next one is Crying in H Mart by Michelle Zauner. I can't lie, between both of these, I'm more interested and intrigued by this one, and it's solely because of the synopsis. Because it goes, deep underground, 39 women live imprisoned in a cage. Watched over by guards, these women have no memory of how they got there, no notion of time, and only vague recollections of their lives before. As the burn of electric light merges day into night and numberless years pass, a young girl, the 40th prisoner, sits alone and outcast in the corner. But soon she will show herself to be the key to the others' escape and survival in the strange world that awaits them above. I think that is so sick. I'm very curious and I'm very intrigued. I think I'm really gonna enjoy this read. And then with Crying in H Mart, I know nothing about it, except for the fact that the cover is gorgeous. And I believe the main character's mom dies because of cancer. I think. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. Basically, the way Ali was reacting to this book when she was reading it is the reason I'm holding it in my hands right now. I hope I love it as much as she did. Then we have a therapy memoir. It's by Beck Sehi. I want to die, but I want to eat the bookie. And in the back it says, psychiatrist. So how can I help you? Me. Well, I think I'm slightly depressed. Should I go into more detail? God, why is that me? Oh my god. I love the color palette. I love the cover. I am really excited to see what this book is about. I've heard a lot of good things and a lot of not so good things. So I'm curious to see which side of the spectrum I land on. Then we have a rom-com, Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. I have been seeing this book on BookTok, BookTube, Bookstagram, Book everything. It has been everywhere, so I finally picked it up. All I know about this is there's a grumpy man, there's a girl who has an evil twin, and the fact that he will absolutely not fall in love for the good girl, which is such a lie because we know they always do. They always do. And it's also chunky for like a romance book. Like it's chunkier than my usual romance books. We are on our final 2 books. We have An Empress of Salt and Fortune by Nevo. Nevo is an author that's been recommended to me multiple times by this point, and this is the first time I'm picking up one of their books, and I'm so excited, especially because this one has been talked about so much and it's well liked, and everyone who I watch who's read this book has loved it. I hope to love it too, and plus it's really tiny. It's quite small, so I'll probably finish it very fast and you guys will know immediately how I feel about it. Finally, the final book of this haul. Oh my god. I am out of breath and my back hurts. It's by Ali de Bodard and it's Fireheart Tiger. I had never heard of this book before in my life, and I found it thanks to the resources for Asian Readathon, like on Storygraph. It's a fantasy novella that reads like The Goblin Emperor meets Howl's Moving Castle in a pre-colonial Vietnamese-inspired world. I'm sold. I'm curious. I'm ready to read it. Again, it's a very tiny novella, So I'll probably be done with it very quick and you guys will know how it went. I have shown you all the books I have accumulated over the past couple of months. I do not go on a massive buying spree and just buy 30 books all at once. That's insane. I'm a student. I can't even afford it even if I wanted to. These are books I've collected over the past few months and just decided to haul all together for you guys. I hope you liked it. I hope you came away with some recommendations for yourself. Tell me if there are books in this haul that you own, that you love, that you are considering reading yourself. Comment down below. I would love to talk to you about them. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, then I would say click that like button, comment down below, subscribe and join the family, and click the notification bell so that you're notified every single time I post a new video. This is the kind of stuff I do here, so I would say join the family. I think you would have a good time. But yeah, I need to go sleep because I am exhausted. Who knew talking about 30 books could be so tiring? I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I am gonna say sayonara now. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, and I will see you very soon in the next one. Bye!